Good morning. Happy Friday. The 11 o'clock session. We did an early morning session today. Knees nice and loose, a little bit of a dip even. Spine erect. Give your shoulders a shrug. Let them drop. And then let's begin to turn the upper torso. Gentle twist side to side. Body temp up a little bit. Get a little fluid moving in the joints. If you were with me early this morning, you'll see some of those movements again, in addition to a few others. Most of the session today with some sort of natural world connection. Let's take our hands into loose fists now and begin knocking on the lower belly and lower back. It's kind of our normal warm-up move called knocking on the door of life. Knocking on some acupressure points to wake up our energy center, our lower dantian. We are online Saturday and Sunday at 8 a.m. And all of these sessions go out into our YouTube channel and remain there. They are stored on Facebook for a little bit of time. Clean out the Facebook feed once in a while, but the library remains intact on the YouTube channel. If you're watching on YouTube and not yet a subscriber, I would encourage you to do that. Notifications. I'm going to try to get into the habit of scheduling these ahead. Speeds up the notification process for subscribed watchers. Take the front hand up to the shoulder area now. Hitting that acupressure point said to be helpful to our immune system. Also good for reducing stress and anxiety. Let's come back down to the belly and begin to exaggerate the side-to-side movement a little bit. So adding to the gentle twist, a little weight shift side to side, even letting the trailing heel raise up off the floor just a bit. Let's begin to deepen out the breath. Breathing in through the nose if you're able, and then out through either the nose or the mouth. Drawing that breath down deep into the belly. Let the hands just float all the way off the body. Just a nice long reach to each side. We'll see a similar movement to this when we get to the wind blowing through the willows. And let's slow this down and Begin to connect to the breath. Gradually slowing it down. Which is surprisingly challenging. I guess the analogy I would give is if you've been driving on the highway at 70 miles an hour and you suddenly come into town and the speed dramatically drops to 25. By the time you get down to even 40, you feel like you're crawling and you're not there yet. So gradually slow it all the way down. What we're looking for is to be able to connect the breath so that we move one direction on the in-breath and come on back on the out-breath. I find this easier to do if I spiral the hands and turn them into the breeze. Transition from side to side match the transition from in-breath to out-breath. Shrink these down, coming back to rest in the center. We'll connect directly with the breath with a little spinal cord breathing. Breathing in, spreading the elbows, squeezing the shoulder blades. And on the exhale, bring everything back in and add a gentle fold. Let's add on to this by putting a little turn at the top. Come on back to the center to breathe out. Let's take one more on each side. Our lap, letting the arms extend, palms facing the floor, as the arms just rise in front on the in-breath, and then melt on down as we breathe out. Naturally rising on the breath, like the wind under your wings. And as the arms come down, let's let the whole body melt down. Not a sit or a squat, just a melting down. Naturally rising with that in-breath, the body naturally relaxing and releasing as we breathe out. Staying connected to the breath, letting the body follow the breath. All right, stay with me now. Let's only let one hand come up. So turn a palm up, raise one hand. At the top, tip that one over. The other hand comes up. Transitioning the breath every time we transition the hands. This is Dragon and Tiger Meet, the opening move from the Dragon and Tiger medical Qigong sequence. Qigong remains to this day a component of traditional Chinese medicine. We're going to drop the dragon out of the equation and just look at the tiger. This time, turn the hands over so they're facing each other and capture the ball. Let's toe heel out to a wider stance. You can adjust this as we get into the movement. Take a breath in, and as you breathe out, let the hands slide away from each other. A gentle lunge corresponding to your back hand. Alternating the bottom hand every time you recapture the ball. And then lunging in that direction. This is Taming the Tiger. This feels a little too easy for you, a little more challenge. You can widen your feet out a little bit more. That'll carry you lower into the movement. Correspondingly, if you feel any pain, especially in your knees, I want you to bring your feet a little closer together and stay a little more upright. Inhaling as we recapture that ball in the middle, and then exhaling as we stretch it out. Take a couple more here. And a last one. And back up, recapturing the ball. Let's toe heel back to about hips width apart. Spin the ball, let it float on down. Palms turn in toward each other, pulling straight up, and then pushing forward and turning the wheel. Turning the water wheel. Breathing in as we rise, and then breathing out as we push forward and over. Pushing the wheel forward this way, this time. Last turn forward, and then let's change direction, starting down and out, pulling the wheel back toward us. take one more turn. And then stepping out to a corner, repeating the same sequence. Let's take one more turn forward, and we'll change direction just like we did in the middle. Turning the wheel back towards you. One more turn back toward us. And then let's pull in from that side, stepping out to the other corner, raising, pushing the wheel forward. Turn forward and we'll get ready to change direction. Now turning that wheel back, coming at you. Let's give it one more turn back toward us. And then step it back in. Relax the hands and just let them float on down. Hands float up in front, like we're holding a ball. Let's spin that ball and carry it to the side. Inhale, one hand across the sky. Exhale, the other hand across the sky. Sun follows moon. Inhaling the lead hand across. Exhaling that trailing hand. More time over and back. And let's inhale our ball back to the center, spin it, flatten the palms and let them float down. Stepping a foot out to 90 degrees, gentle turn, wind blows through the willows. Inhaling as we rock it back, breathe out as you stretch it forward. Both hands crossing the body. And a gentle turn to look behind. Wind blows through the willows. We'll get ready to transition this to the other side. Pivot that foot back in. Keep the arms swinging. Pivot the other foot out. Get ready to bring it back in. This time as you rock on back, pivot the foot back to center, let the arms float out and then down. Again, hands float up in front like we're holding a ball. Spin that ball. We're going to toss this bottom hand away and step out in that same direction. Inhaling as we reel it back and breathing out as we toss the hand away, parting the wild horse's mane. So move done, often in Tai Chi, done using alternating steps. Focus instead off the footwork and on the breath. All right, stay with me. I need to get you to the other side. Turn the back hand over, fold the extended hand in, recapturing the ball. Now the other hand's on the bottom. Step out in that direction. Toss it away. Practice that side to side just a bit. So get ready to change sides. Turn the back hand over, fold the front hand in as you step in. Now going back the other direction 2 times. Turn the hand over, fold in, step in, other way 2 times. Fold it back in, recapture the ball, carry it to the side, drag both hands across the front, Hands play with clouds. Back of the top hand, palm of the bottom hand, floating across into the breeze. Top hand roughly level with the heart center, bottom hand level with the lower belly. And there's two ways we can breathe this one. I like to breathe in, coming across in one direction, and then breathe out as I come back. Alternatively, you can do your in-breath on the change, and then your out-breath as you come across. In-breath, out-breath. In-breath, out-breath. I find the other way flows a little better for me, but we're all wired a little different. The forms today with carrying the ball and opening the heart. So a couple more times across. And then when we get over to the side this time, recapture the ball, spin it, let our top hand float across the sky, and then become the bottom hand. Let's carry the ball across, spin it, float across the sky, recapture the ball, spin it, carry it across, spinning the ball, opening the heart. There's a combo of lion plays with the ball and carry ball, open heart. Last one. Spin the ball, flatten the palms, let them float down. Let's take it into our normal full close today. 3 times, rising overhead, pressing the palms. Full breath in as we raise, and then from the top, exhaling it all the way down. This time, as the hands reach bottom, let the fingertips come together. Pull it up to about the ribs, and then similar to our water wheels, but with hands touching, turn the wheel forward. 3 times. This is number 3, and as we rise from this third one, hands separate. Let your eyes follow a hand as you toss it away. Bring it overhead, and then let it trace down the midline of the body. Toss away, trace down the midline. 3 times each side, breathing in as you toss away, and breathing out as you bring it down the front. One more on each side. Last one. And this time as the hand floats down, let it come to rest on the heart center, the other one over your lower belly. Step our feet a little closer together, not quite touching, but so we're balanced. Close your eyes, and we finish in a standing meditation, just following the breath. stay in this standing meditation a little longer if you'd like. When you're ready to start finishing up the session, take a big breath in. And then on the exhale, open the eyes, release the hands, and give everything a little shake at the bottom. Thanks for joining me today. Weekend sessions, 8 a.m. Saturday and Sunday. If I don't see you then, have a great weekend. Namaste.